Let's depart. Before we jump into this run proper, though, I do need to take a break, refill the legs, stretch the water. Wow. Glacial Seal at the start. That is really cool. Oh, man. What a cool set of starting cards. When I return, we embark upon this frosty-looking run with Glacial Seal Ice Tornado and see if we can't spell success for ourselves. All right, Twitch chat, we are back. Definitely going to be energy-starved early, that's for sure. I'm wondering if we might end up infusing this Glacial Seal into something. Glacial Seal is a 2-cost, 1-health unit that says, when you play a spell on this floor, apply Frostbite to all enemy units on the floor. And that's essentially what it does as an infusion, too. So you get the entire effect of a 2-cost unit as the infuse. That's pretty good. Seraph the Patient, huh? And what are our choices of Soul Guard? We can take either the Cold Channel or the Dire Channel. I have not had any success with Dire Channel. Did not find it impressive, but Cold Channel looks good. Upon taking damage, apply Frostbite per shard to enemy units. There are spells that apply armor in Hellhorns that we could potentially use. Oh yeah, the BRB is still up. There we go. Thank you. Be right back, Twitch chat. Oh man, Lightstone Casing is very strong on the Stygian. A 3rd upgrade slot for spells enables all sorts of broken nonsense to occur, including infinite combos by combining the right sets of upgrades on certain cards. Meanwhile, Cheater's Hand, essentially allowing us to retain 1 card each turn, is how I like to view this. Also pretty useful, although our best damage already has Permafrost, so let's take the Lightstone Casing. We don't get the Cheater's Hand, just seems so useless. No, I wouldn't call it Tools of the Trade, because it doesn't cycle you through the deck quicker. It's not actually 1 more draw, as you put 1 card back on top, but what it does let you do is effectively retain a card by putting a card that you don't want to play yet on top of the draw pile. The main use to Cheater's Hand, in my opinion, is separating high-cost cards. Let's say you've got 2 2-cost cards in your deck. You want to play them both. But if you draw them both at the same time, you can't. Cheater's Hand lets you separate them if they're drawn together, so that you can play them both. Can also help get your units down in order. Can help you delay playing a unit if you don't have a safe place to play them. Sometimes on turn 1, there's no floor you can safely play your champion on without losing them immediately, especially in the last Divinity fight. Cheater's Hand can help you delay playing the champion. A lot of interesting options with it. I think I will take the shards to start this time. Stygian really likes artifacts, especially if we can find double incant. That would be pretty good. Chance to apply daze to units that enter the train. I like Concussive Coals. Encourages bottom floor setups, which is already encouraged by Frostbite. Although we don't necessarily want to put Soul Guard on the bottom with Dazed. I think it's really good with a Glacial Seal, for sure. I'll take it. And I'll take a unit draft, too. Question is, can we actually defeat stuff? I don't know. (13/2). Spooky. Either the Hornbreak or the Tornado can kill these enemies. Let's just put Soul Guard on the bottom and stack some stuff here. Do we care about Train Stewards? Not really. There's more of them. But if you insist, sure. We have to use the Hornbreak to get the Collector. Slightly annoying. Reasonable, though, I think. Yeah, reasonable. And which floor do we foregone power on? I think on the bottom to get more shards to Soul Guard. Okay, here we go. Ice Tornado up top. Wipes those before they get anywhere. We could allow this enemy to just fight the pyre. This is not going to be the boss, so we're going to need some help from spells. Yeah, I think we just take 6 damage there. Play Torch. Torch, Hornbreak. Keep the Ice Tornado. Play the Ice Tornado next turn. Sounds reasonable. And then we can play the Foregone Powers, too. Good. Looks like he still gets to the pyre, but not with full health. Does 1 hit to us. That's not too big a deal. Oh, that's true, Dromar. We could have cast Torch on Soul Guard to activate the revenge effect. That's something I often forget about, but is actually very useful, especially with Soul Guard's relatively low health. Being able to activate that revenge effect by targeting them directly. Pretty dang useful. Interesting. Haven't had a lot of use for Cuddle Hex. Maybe I'm underestimating Frozen. Could take a 3rd Ice Tornado. Maybe that's reasonable. Or Offering Token for draw 1, discard 1. Which is also a cantrip spell of sorts. Permafrost, definitely bad with the Foregone Powers. That's why the Foregone Powers end up removed pretty quickly. As nice as they are in the early game, they fall off way too hard because of the 2-for-1 spell requirement. David, thanks for 2 months. Twitch keeps bothering you, so here's some money. Excellent. Offering Token, actually, Offering Token is a really good card with Lightstone Casing, because it's one of those cards that becomes pretty breakable if you give it Spell Chain and some other stuff. Let's grab this. AoE damage, sacrifice an imp. We have no imps, right? 1 vent is a good idea. Nice way to plink a whole row at the same time. And we're offered our initial units here. Let's see. Can't fuse them yet. Good old Demon Fiend, definitely good infusion. Also tempted to take a Sweeper here. Sweeper, if you really invest in finding a scaling solution for a Sweeper, they can be a really powerful unit. Not sure that's the right approach here, though. Put Seal plus Cold Kalia. Huh. Be a nice bottom floor setup. I could see that being okay. I like the idea of adding 30-30 to the Glacial Seal. It's kind of cute. Am I going to Hellhorn Banner? Probably, right? Yeah, we should go Merchant of Steel here. So we're going to be getting a Hellhorn unit to fuse. Guess I'll take the Sweeper then. We'll see how this goes. We might end up struggling with individually high health units, but maybe that's where the spells can come in. Multi-Strike. And Incant Gain Armor. Those are good upgrades. And you are? Even more Multi-Strike. Resolve, add Armor 5 to friendly units. That's a good way to get Soul Guard to stay alive longer. That's kind of interesting. Not a lot longer, though. Just a little bit. We could also put this into the Glacial Seal. That's true. Although the resulting problem is that this unit will not have draw priority. So it's a bit more attractive to go Glacial Seal into some other unit, but not necessary. And we could maybe duplicate it. That'd be cute. Oh, yeah, actually, that is cute. We have a Hellvent on Ring 3, so I wouldn't call it a chance. I'd call it a we can duplicate it. They are individually 2 cost, which presents a problem, but I do like that. They'd be Frostbite 2 to all units every spell, and Armor 5 to each unit each turn. That's pretty good. The 2 cost is ouch. That's the only reason I haven't clicked on this yet. And if I was going to do 2 of them, then what do we do with the Cold Kalia? I don't love it. Multi-strike fragile. Shoot for a multi-strike Cold Kalia and try to dupe them, stack a lot of frost. We could try that. I don't think it would be very effective, though. We could use the armor upgrade from the shop to provide protection for fragile. Doesn't feel like it does enough, though. Could maybe use the Horned Warrior as a base here. Our champ already does area damage pretty well. What if we use the Cold Kalia as the infusion? Interesting thought. That would only be single target frostbite rather than sweep. What other infusion would we be looking for? Probably Siren of the Sea might be my favorite to boost the base stats on Incant, especially with multi-strike. Really should plan around that Hell Vent, though. I like the double totem idea. Let's do it. It's fun, it's cute. It's good. I guess we still give the Cold Kalia multi-strike, huh? But we add this? I think so. See how this goes. Oh, we could use the Divine Boons, actually. That'd be pretty helpful. I do want that Battle Stone on, maybe Cold Kalia. It's a pretty underwhelming upgrade for her, but is pretty important. Puts the shards a little high. Not too high, but a little high. If we do the dupe thing, though, we'll have lots and lots of shards. I don't think so. I think we just go. Mark of Invasion. We can handle that. Easy peasy. Probably want to vent the top floor here. No Doom Train. I think you'll still get the guaranteed draw. In fact, I think from what I remember, what happens is that at the start of the next turn, you draw a new priority unit first, and then the card you put on top second. Even if it was a unit. Because once a card has been seen, it's excluded from priority draw on subsequent turns. Kind of odd. So you're going down here, buddy. And so are you. Cold Kalia in the back here. Gonna deal with these reconcilers, prevent the sinner's burdens from appearing. And we'll put the foregone power at the bottom floor here. Discard Ice Tornado. That's fine. You wreck nerds. So, plenty of Frostbite means the units take lots of damage as they ascend the floors of the train. Hey. You can't do that. That bottom floor days sort of working against us. Mixed feelings about it. It's only sort of, though. Want you in the middle here. Kill you. Frostbite you. You're not quite dead. But if the boss dies, it won't matter. The boss is currently not dying. But behold. That had a fun effect on the outcome. I think this will be enough. Take 2 damage if I'm wrong. I'm okay with that. Easy. Glorious. Ah, here's some good damage. I can't believe we haven't won with Flash Freeze yet. How does that happen? Oh, now we want big damage to one target. And I think Fortify is good enough on the basis of being a zero-cost spell that makes armor. Even though it's not a lot of armor, it's still pretty good. We're hoping that at some point this run we find the Railforger's Hammer, as I think that would break this game wide open for us. Alright. 30 magic power. That's also pretty good. Very good on a Horn Break in particular. Or on Vent. Probably want to upgrade one of those. I think we also want to fuse before going to the caverns. Yes. So let's see what this is. There's Titan Sentry. Revenge apply Frostbite 3 to friendly units, or enemy units. Interesting. Definitely has a role in this deck. We could dupe the Shark. Cute. Kind of serves the same purpose as Soul Guard, but more of the same isn't necessarily a bad thing. Could double the Frostbite on Cold Kalia, that's true. That's cute, actually. That'd be a lot of Frostbite. Might just take the Titan Sentry as its own unit here. Still going to infuse the Glacial Seal with a Steelworker and dupe. We might take Capacity on this run. How does the Titan Sentry work if the hero does the same thing? Ideally, they're on different floors. I'll take you. Kind of closing in on too many units, but not quite. At least I'm hoping not quite. Question is, how will we pay for those units? I don't know. What do you got here? Monster Rail Spike or Spell Rail Spike? Get a one-time bonus to one of our cards, but then it's gone forever after. Interesting. I guess I'll buff a Train Steward. That's fine. Free Purge. Not a great event, but not the worst. And yeah, we're going to duplicate this for better or for worse. Might be for worse. Do I dare add 30 magic power here? We have triple upgrade slots on spells, so it is pretty good. We could do something like holdover 40 magic power piercing vent. That's pretty strong. $70 shards, though, this early is definitely iffy going into Talos. This is Angry Fell. Or Talos. Days Talos. Probably want to put Soulguard the Martyr further back here. Soulguard will perish really quickly in the front row. So Cold Kalia in front, Soulguard in back. We could even put Soulguard on, say, the middle floor. And just pair Soulguard with the double Glacial Seals. Maybe that's correct. Let's try that. Then we can do Titan Sentry, Cold Kalia on the bottom. And I guess we can put this Train Steward up top, although Talos will bonk it for big damage. Let's not do that. Talos attacking on the bottom floor, that's good. I'm glad you dodged the middle floor. Although I wouldn't have minded just sacking a Train Steward here. Just saying. beefy unit. Need to start stacking shards on Soulguard here. So let's just do it. Shame to discard that. Dang. Okay, Train Steward can keep Soulguard alive by absorbing the hit from the boss here. Then we can boop. And we can play this too, might as well. Okay. You can see our lower forces are getting overwhelmed, but our main units haven't even arrived yet. The Glacial Seals. Although I see you have Sweep, huh? Bummer. Good thing I put an Armor Stone on these. Easy. Thank goodness it didn't go to the middle floor. That would have been very annoying. So we can play the other Glacial Seal. We can nuke the other floors. Here we go. Here we go. Lots of incant activations. I'll take a little bit of damage to the Pyre if this one gets through. I think we want to torch here and then vent up top. So that just this goes to the middle floor. That shouldn't be a problem. Okay, this is promising. So we get quite a bit of armor before Telos arrives on the middle floor, which means we can stack a lot of Frostbite. Currently 7 Frostbite on Revenge, with more coming. See, you're a slight problem. I won't stress about it, though. Actually, don't even think we care that much, huh? We just want to play as many spells on this floor as possible. Yes, that's the only purpose here. Don't worry about the bottom floor yet. Play one of these. Perfect. So, Telos attacking for 11 means it'll take exactly 3 hits to kill Soulguard, unfortunately. Wouldn't call this a very good hand. I guess we go Ice Tornado, Foregone Power. That's all we can really do. And then we can Ice Tornado Telos again next turn. That's not too bad. Our units don't attack directly themselves, instead mostly doing stuff when spells are played. Let's see how much this changes with a couple plays. 432. 499. Good. Everybody dies. And that these totems have armor actually matters quite a bit, because it means the boss has to take a bunch of damage from Frostbite before the Relentless phase ends. GG. There's an armor spell. Double the amount of armor. Interesting. Gifts for a guard can be a really good way to fish through the deck for powerful spells and put them in play. I like it with Ice Tornadoes in particular. Although it risks deleting our vent. I'm gonna grab Alloy of the Ancients. Second Steelworker? I don't think so. We've already got a duped Steelworker Essence. We don't need to try to do more here. I do think that the Steelworkers say that we want to go for Capacity as our boss reward, rather than the usual card draw that I would be taking here. Whether I regret that or not remains to be seen. I'm not going to take a unit here. Okay, take Capacity. And pray. Pray that that works. Remove 2, going to be very important since we didn't take an additional card draw. Going to Merchant of Magic, also very important here. I also think artifacts are very important. So we're definitely going to this side here. And then we either remove 2 and dupe, or we Concealed Caverns Money, Merchant of Steel. Probably I'll do the Merchant of Steel at that time. So that means we can take the remove 2 now. So we have lots of money for the Merchant of Magic. Everything is important, that's right. This might be a pretty high shard run, although I don't think Frostbite will work well with really high shards, so maybe don't do that. Ooh, when a card is discarded before the end of your turn, gain 1 Ember. We have plenty of that with Foregone Power. Offering Token works as well. And that can let us play the Ice Tornadoes more easily, or the double Glacial Seal more easily. That's good. Good reason to put Holdover on Offering Token. Couldn't remember the name of it for a second there. We definitely want to go further down Cold Channel. Cold Channel 2 goes from 15 health to 50. Cold Channel 1 has such bad starting health. I really feel like it should be 20 or 30 health rather than 15. But at least now we have a sizable amount of health to work with. And we're going to get rid of Train Stewards Post Haste. Spells are good. Stewards are not. Don't we have melee weakness, Seraph? Sure. Seraph the Patient. Not too worried about that at the moment. 30 magic power again. Not sure about that. And we're not fusing another unit. We probably don't want to go too high on shards here. I think staying at 70 is probably wise. I will spend 15 here on this Divine Horde, but we should be strong by then. Ring 4 and 5 are usually the most dangerous run, part of a Monster Train run for me, so if we're going to die anywhere, it's going to be here, and I think taking unnecessary shards is often a way to fail at that. Taking unnecessary trials would also fail. For example, with a Frostbite, we're not going to be able to take Heaven's Seal. Spikes might also be a problem. We'll see. Let's go. Armor 15 for 150 bucks. That is worth it. I might regret this, but I think that's worth it. We should be able to do AoE 15 damage. We also have a couple piercing spells, which will definitely help. I think we just start going bottom here. Glacial Seal, Cold Kalia, Soul Guard, all on the bottom. Sounds good to me. We can Foregone Power at the end of it. We won't be able to kill this Absolver, who is going to add a curse to the top of the draw pile, unfortunately. Direct consequence of taking the armor trial. Wildfrost's a great game. Highly recommend Wildfrost for anybody who likes the style of games we do here on the channel. A little bit compact in terms of content at the moment, but the devs have released a comprehensive roadmap for post-release updates. So I'm really excited to see what happens with Wildfrost from here on out. Definitely a steep learning curve to Wildfrost, or a cliff, so to speak. You will lose runs to Rude Surprises a couple of times. I think that's partially because Wildfrost has a kind of a binary run state. You either win the combat and your champ is restored to full health, or your champ dies and you lose the whole run. There's no resource of health to manage in Wildfrost. It's all or nothing. Guess I'm going on the bottom. I don't love it though. Do not love it. Is Seal supposed to be in front of Cold Kalia? Probably. The next one will be. Okay, minus 11. That means you'll die next turn. That's good enough. And I don't really care if this beefy guy gets to the top of the pyre. Okay, well, that's rude. Titan Sentry here kills the Collector. That's great. And then we just play the Weight of Contrition. Okay, that's not too bad. I don't like that Soulguard is taking so much damage to this Quill Marksman, but there's not a whole lot I can do about it. I guess there is something. I could play Ice Tornado, but it's not even guaranteed. Nah, don't worry about it. And then I guess Train Steward up top. Take a hit. Don't put it in front of you. Talk. "11 Frostbite's also not nearly enough to kill that guy. Or this guy. Sounds like we need to utilize some of our spells. Perfect. Better. Good. Also very good. Now we can put armor 25 here. Keep stacking, and you need a bit more frostbites. Let's play this one up here. This would be a good time to have Vapor Funnel, actually. Howdy, fast-ass panda. Hell yeah, Monster Train. Always a joy to be back in this game. Alright, we can KO you, but then you're a problem. Many problems, I see. I think we want to start torching Soulguard for bonus Frostbite. You're going to have more Frostbite. Alright, kill this one. Then we Hornbreak, Foregone Power, play the remaining torch. Who are we sniping? You're going to be dead to Frostbite anyway, so it's actually good that you're here. Maybe hit the Clipped Guardian then? No, we should use it on this floor. Foregone Power here. Torch Soulguard. There, those two die. Train Steward, you have to save us. The enemies are making it to the top of the train. You're the only one bad enough to save the president. Actually, we could also just kill the boss to avoid dealing with this unit. But you should definitely hit that guy. Take a bit more damage to the pyre. Looks like 11 more. Again, Vapor Funnel would be very good. Probably want to just play these down here for more shards. Play them on the back guy, actually. So that Soulguard is as healthy as possible. Good, they're all dead. So that means that we don't have to deal with this problem, which is a big problem. We actually don't have a good answer to this unit. It will deal tons of damage to the pyre. But if it doesn't get to the pyre, then no problem. Have some ice. $104 Frostbite. 127 frostbite. And then it dies trying to get through the chunky totems. That's exactly working as intended then. We stack lots of frostbite on the boss, and they perish after a few turns. Fast-ass panda with 13 months. The baker's doesn't get. Hey, more frostbite. Other glacial seals, an interesting thing to try to do. Or urchin spines to apply spell weakness so that we can pick off problem units. Actually, I think this urchin spines is probably the right pick. We don't need more frostbite. We need the ability to kill things that the frostbite can't handle. Another spell that says armor looks good, though. Let's take March of Shields. I like that that lets us dynamically reposition our units if necessary as well. For having a high shard count, we get to choose a divine artifact for the next fight. We can also skip it for 25 bucks, but I really like Divine Winged Indulgence or Divine Rules of Containment. Frostbite 4 at the start. 4 more damage per turn. Or the enemies do less damage so that we have more health when the boss arrives. I think Divine Rules of Containment. Let's start with enemies having frostbite. More of what we're already doing. Why not? And we're going Merchant of Magic, Concealed Caverns. I'm getting excited because I think the deck has survived the part of the game where we're likely to die and is now headed towards glorious success. We did find Twin Stone for Spell Chain. Oh boy, here we go. The shenaniganry can begin. We can also double stack either the Alloy of the Ancients or the Urchin Spines. Those are both very good upgrades as well. And the good news is we have tons of cash. I'm hoping we see Holdover. If I could reduce the cost of any spell, what would it be? Let's start with the Magic Power upgrade. Put that on Hornbreak for sure. Maybe make that Hornbreak 0 cost. We're always going to be playing that when we draw it, so yes, let's do that. And then I'm going to go with the double stack on Alloy of the Ancients. Armor 50, very, very strong. Urchin Spines, though. No, we want the Urchin Spines. No holdover. We can make a reusable double stack Urchin Spines, which is quite something. Or a reusable Alloy of the Ancients. Card's pretty nuts. Let's upgrade it. Real shame we didn't get holdover. It's okay. And consume to this? Question mark? Not sure about that. Yeah, slap a -2 cost on the spines? I think so. Probably gonna slap a -1 cost on the Helical Crystallis. We're gonna leave the Urchin Spines at 2 cost for the moment. I can also pay for a Purge. We'll think about that. I said I was going here, right? Yeah, I did. Or was it here? No, we want to go to the Merchant of Magic. This was the Merchant of Trinkets? Question mark? I think it was. Trinket Merchant's pretty important, but we weren't doing that. What we are doing is gaining 7 Ember on turn 1. Don't have the drop cage spells. That was last run. Sure, 7 Ember on turn 1. That can help a fair bit. I got all those. We are super putting Spell Chain on this card. Could also put a Spell Chain on this card if you want to pay 5 energy for 8 spell weakness. That seems like a bit much, though. Pest Connect, thanks for the full year. 1.2 metric years, get. Good stuff. Don't want any of my cards guaranteed turn 1. What do you got? Concealed Caverns. An Iceberg. Oh my. We get offered the Rail Forger's Hammer, the History of the World, and the Frozen Nostalgia. How interesting. After I took Light of Seraph. Bummer, man. We were talking about the lore, the story of Monster Train a little bit earlier. This is the body of Herzl, the author of the logbook. And the locket has the picture of his daughter, Hephaestus. History of the World. This book shall provide a detailed recollection of my time in heaven and hell, and my pursuit of the Rail of the Covenant, and the brokering of a lasting peace to save our 2 realms. Should I fail, look here to learn from those who've come before. Or the Hammer. My time has come to an end. Hell fades into the cold as the Covenant and Rail are no longer intact. The Bone Shaker is ready to take Hell and its champions through the wasteland and succeed where I have failed. May this hammer serve as a reminder of the peace that could exist and the promise that can be forged again. 1 capacity on every floor. You know, that would let me do 3rd Glacial Seal, which is actually kind of nuts, because we are going to go here. Okay, let's take Railforger's Hammer. This could also let us set up on the middle floor if we ever feel like we need to. The 15 spell power on the locket is also really cool, but I don't think this run is quite in a position to take proper advantage of it. Not quite. Really close. Okay, we have a stealth boss. Do we want to additionally add spell shield? I think we can manage it, actually. The important spells have piercing on them, for the most part. And we can torch our own unit to get frostbite on enemies. So yeah, I'm fine with this. Get dazed, nerds. So, for example, we could go Titan Sentry on the bottom floor, Soul Guard on the middle floor here. If we wanted to. I have 10 energy on this turn. But I think I'd rather do it the other way, Soul Guard, than the Titan Sentry. I think so. Might as well go behind this thing. Then shoot you. Do this. Okay, they don't take much damage. That's fine, though. Rules of containment helping out a little bit. Oh, for example, it gets the collector for free. That's really appreciated. Uh-oh, that spell shield stopping the vent from working. That's a little bit of an issue. Only a little bit, though. 4x spell weakness, huh? Or I can get armor 10. This guy's pretty beefy. I think that spell weakness might be really important, actually. It would make the horn break into an instant kill. That's pretty important. So let's go Urchin Spines here. And then damage the spell shield with Vent. Spell weakness won't be consumed until the spell actually hits these enemies. Our high shard count, meaning lots of super-powered foes here. Definitely giving us a hard time. Won't be quite enough, but it's most of the way there. This would be not enough. Glacial Seal goes here. This guy is also pretty tough. Guess we could horn break the front enemy, but it really doesn't matter, as none of our units are actually directly attacking. I'm going to play all 3 of these spells. I guess let's just kill this guy. Here we go. Spell Chain Offering Token is a big source of our power here. A little bit worried about this unit. Everything else is fine, though. So we draw 1, discard 1. Gain 1 energy for discarding a card, and then create a new copy of that card in our hand, which actually turns it into a proper draw 1. In addition to an energy gain, and it activates all of our when you play a spell effect stuff. Pretty dang good. This probably needs to be played here. This big tanky guy is likely to do a bunch of damage to us. Oh, we can also kill this thing and prevent 5? No, this will prevent more. Okay. Pretty happy to take some damage to get through this fight. As mentioned, this is one of the... generally the toughest ring 5. If you didn't die in ring 4 anyway. Oof, that rage, though. No. You'll just hit for 6 times, too. That's not a big deal. What about you? You have 51 Frostbite, and you're super dead. So we should just be playing spells on the bottom floor here to stack shards on Soul Guard. We'll take 12 more damage. That's, again, not bad. Easy peasy. X marks the spot. GG. Get frosted on. Dead. It's a pretty good spell power card. Ice Storm. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy unit 5 times. Needs an upgrade of some kind, but with 3 upgrade slots, we can easily provide. I'm going to snap that up. Important work can be fun. Infinite Box is usable with the extra slots, actually. 0 cost consume. Worried we might have too many cards, but I do dig it. Let's take it. Died while it was stealthed. I didn't notice that, actually. That's pretty funny. So we want to go to the Merchant of Steel? Question mark? Question mark. Remove 2 is very tempting. Duplicating the Spell Chain Offering token, very tempting as well. Very powerful. We get 75 gold in event and upgrades for Cold Kalia and everybody, actually. Okay. I'll do it. And I am going to take this for 15 shards as well. We're looking for, well, a couple of things. Volatile Gauge not being among them, although... No, I don't think Volatile Gauge is good here. Fascinating. Gurg's Goad makes us sad we didn't base our deck on demon units. Adds multi-strike to demons, but we don't have any demons. We took Stygian units instead. 5 attack power is fine, I guess. I don't really trust this gauge, unfortunately. Dang. So good with the Ice Tornadoes and the Glacial Seals, but other than that, I don't like it that much. That said, more draw is very powerful. This might be an okay gauge, especially if we go to 4 energy. With the Glacial Skills skip, well, I actually do want them to attack. They'll contribute a little bit of damage during Relentless. It's true they might take damage to spikes. Not too many spikes left. Can we get loads of discard from discard somehow? We could, but most of the cards that discard things will cost energy, so it's going to be really hard to get ahead. I don't see it. I'll take the Grindstone. We'll see if that ends up being bad. We shall see. Quick. I don't know about that. Like, do I want quick on the sweeper? I don't think that helps that much, does it? Well, if it's 6x2, that would take out mini attacking units that have high damage. Actually, that does seem kind of nice. Just to kill, like, the Seraph birds and such. It will result in Cold Kalia getting murdered by spikes, but that's whatever. It's not my problem. I think I'll double down on the armor upgrade on one of these Glacial Seals as well. Attack power on the Titan? No. Heck yeah. And you're gonna be big. 100 health big. And you will be gone. Okay, 30 cards in the deck. That's still too many. Let's build one more. Armor, spikes, or rage? I want armor. Push, ascend, or descend? None of the above. Increase capacity or increase card draw. Let's see what do we get here. Apply armor 10, draw one more card next turn. It's okay. The draw one is nice. Sure. Cheat the shark onto the same floor? I mean, sure, but that doesn't really help us that much. Especially not if the shark goes in the back of the row. We want them in front to take the hits. Oh man, 100 shards Rage Fell. This is going to be pretty spooky. These enemies are going to do very much damage. I think we strongly would have preferred Curse Fell? Probably. Probably. So I think that means we want to put the Titan Sentry on the bottom floor. Set up Soul Guard in the middle here. Otherwise we just die on turn 1, right? Let's not do that. Look at this guy, 20-100. What a lovely boy. Perfect. Okay, this enemy is a slight issue. We are not yet ready for an enemy of this prowess. And I can't reliably target it because of the Guardian on the top floor, too. It's a bit spooky. I don't think we can reasonably skip the Glacial Seal, though, so... It's happening whether we like it or not. Might as well play this, might as well play this. At 23 Frostbite, not nearly enough here. That is definitely a dangerous unit. Might even kill us outright, actually. Can't take that many hits from it. Wonder if I really had to play that spell weakness. Okay, that helps a lot. Spell weakness would have turned this into a kill. The Impetus Box can change things for us somehow. Double Impish Scholar returning Impetus Box. Infinite? Question mark? Fascinating. Oh, we could return the Hornbreak. You're right. That might have been a better idea. Let's roll for it. We'll do Hornbreak and then the Impish Scholar. We do get the Hornbreak back. Okay, that does enough of the work. We'll take one hit to the pyre, but we're okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And then keep playing spells. The more shards Soulguard has, the better this is going to be. Oh. Okay, you die. That's the important part here. You die as well. You're gonna be dead, so I don't need to worry about torching Soulguard here. And all these incant stacks. It's nuts, man. We'll do it one time. Just to make sure he really learns his lesson. These both need to die as hard as possible. Good. I wasn't sure we were going to win this fight. I think we're going to do it, though. Once Fel reaches the battle line, she's got no chance. It's going to be so much frostbite. Nice turn for Urchin Spines, too. Okay, we'll stop there. I want the 5x damage on Ice Tornado for Fel. Fel and Fel alone. Okay, penultimate wave. These two are dead. Good. Let's get these out of the deck. There she is. Here, try this on for size. 100 times 3 doesn't feel like a lot, but it's just enough. Meanwhile, this guy actually doesn't die, but Fel will die on this battle line here, for sure. Yes, she takes 23 Frostbite per time she hits Soulguard here. That's actually going to be a lot more than that. You've already got 169 Frostbite. How high will it go before she perishes? That's the question. $332. And then actually dies to the Cold Kalia's Whip. That's funny. GG, you fell. You fell before our might. Ancient Synergy is another damage spell. That's helpful, vaguely. Not the sort of thing I don't think we need, though. We've got other cards to upgrade. We want fewer cards at this point. Just draw the really good ones over and over again. Speaking of draw, Herzl's Compound, +1 draw per turn, will help a ton. Going to be relying on the Kinstone Totem as our Ember generator. And we are super definitely going to another Merchant of Magic here. Still looking for Holdover. I'd also do Holdover Intrinsic, if we could find it. Dang, double stack stone. Maybe. Ice Storm definitely gets 20 magic power consumed. Does it, though? We might just add 30 magic power to it. You should definitely be free. Don't think I'm going to pay for the double stack here, so I want to be able to afford Holdover. And I don't have that many good targets. Again, Alloy of the Ancients is okay as a target here. Not good enough, I don't think. Let's make you consume. Is decreasing the cost of the tornadoes even worth it? Not hugely. Dang. Can remove consume from Imp in a Box. That's cute. Or from Alloy of the Ancients, I suppose. That's pretty reasonable. But no holdover. We get one more chance at it. There's one more Merchant of Magic. Want to discount something I'm going to cast multiple times? Honestly, the basic torches are pretty good for an energy discount. And yeah, let's do this. Would holdover go infinite? No, but it would be really, really good. The spell we want to put holdover on is Offering Token. This. Alright. Cold Channel 3 only gets 20 more health, oddly enough. But most importantly, 2 Frostbite per shard, which allows this version of Soulguard to apply ridiculous amounts of Frostbite. Just absurd. I don't know if I trust Ice Storm to get the job done here. Gonna need Piercing. Here's hoping. And we have to take the trial as we go into the last area, because I need to be able to afford a good artifact from the Merchant of Trinkets. Good luck to us. Armor 20, that shouldn't be too bad. Murder birds. Bird murder. Birder. Put Sentry on the bottom floor, Soulguard in the middle again. Pretty tempting. Pretty happy we've been drawing these Glacial Seals turn 1. Been very convenient. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Actually applies Frostbite. That's cute. Kilia and the other Glacial Seal. Sure. For maximum effect, we want to Torch Soulguard, I think. Very important we do enough damage to this Gilded Wing that they don't get to the top. Yeah, that's just barely enough. These enemies are nasty with armor. Our Titan Sentry can't stand up to them. Ice Storm can do it, though. We've even got Urchin Spines Ice Storm. That's pretty hot. Or I could play the Alloy of the Ancients, which seems more important than the Urchin Spines, given that these enemies are already dead. And you're dead too? No, you need 2 more damage, actually. Okay, do Torch here then. Stack tokens. This guy has a lot of HP. Do not like that. Here, torch your bum. Torch yourself. 28 more Frostbite. There we go, that's enough. Ooh, the armor preventing the Quake from working really well on the Cold Kalia here. That's pretty nasty. Soulguard losing 50 health this turn, unless we can do something. Does this count as doing something? armor 15 to all of their units? Dang. That's not good. Let's kill this now. These. Ouch. Okay, now we have Urchin Spines, Ice Storm. That's probably a good idea. Boom. Okay, boss hits very hard, which makes it quite difficult for Soul Guard to apply Frostbite. But we have a couple ways we can do it. Kill those before they become a problem. Although we might have wanted them to actually deal damage to Soul Guard, now that I think about it. Oh well. Less is more, and we're already winning. That's good. Let's just watch it play out. From 0 Frostbite, how much does this boss get up to? Wow, we have a lot of armor, huh? GG, 150-ish? Pretty crazy. Is Seraph this game's version of the Heart? No, that would be the last divinity who will be fighting after Seraph. You can think of Seraph as more like a Time Eater. I don't think we want any of these, not even the Crystalline Seeds, which are not enough to make a substantial difference. Again, less is more here. Though Impish Scholar's kind of curious. Take another Imp in a box. I think just the one is fine. Yeah, Seraph the Patient in particular is indeed basically Time Eater. Spell weakness 2 on the top. No. What we want are either the increased application of Frostbite or double incant artifacts. That's what we're looking for here. Summon happens an additional time. Bummer. I think that's quite good enough. Could have taken Titan's Claw for the tornadoes. I don't value that very highly, but it would have been better than the other options, I guess. The good news is holdovers here for the offering token. That's going to help a ton. A ton. What do you have? Intrinsic again. Okay, let's add Intrinsic onto it. Can't double spell chain something, right? That is correct. Could spell chain the Imp in a box. Probably not, though. Okay, yeah, just make this intrinsic. The offering token, because we want this to be active immediately. Is holdover not better on old magic? No way. Not when you see what this thing does. With the holdover. Although, spell chain old magic is pretty good. That is 2 draws. I think we just want less shards, though, honestly. What do shards do? Shards make all enemies more powerful. Plan for dealing with the melee weakness. You know, I actually don't have a good answer to that. Seems like it might be an issue. Don't have any way to daze Seraph, huh? Whoop whoop. Eugen, thanks for the 5 months and the Prime sub. Maybe we use imps as chump blockers? Question mark? Can I still afford Ashes of the Fallen if I do this? Probably not, right? 215, actually. I totally can. Oh, awesome. Okay. Let's do that. see if we can use this to our advantage somehow. Imp in a blocks. Because they're blocking. Let's lose one of these foregone powers. What else is superfluous at the moment? Maybe the unupgraded Ice Tornado, one of these torches. Although we can torch our champ, which is actually very good. Let's lose the Ice Tornado. That we shan't be playing anyway. And I think we duplicate... Well, this card's pretty tempting, actually. I think our duplication is the offering token, specifically. That's so many incant procs per turn. It's got to be worth it. Okay, we have no money left. On to Seraph, then. I'm not 100% on this run. I think we have a chance of winning, but we might have a problem with Seraph here. Might have a problem with Seraph here. Who has Trample, right? We gave Seraph Trample. Oh, boy. So we can't just chump block. That is going to be a bit of an issue, isn't it? How indeed do we deal with that? Great question. Next question. Oh yeah, we were supposed to make a third seal. That's true. I was definitely supposed to make a third seal. Hopefully 2 will be enough. So big, though. Not having enough damage to instantly kill these Shade Wings is a problem, too. Wondering if we just put Cold Kalia on top. Let's do this for now. Also, just choose not to play her. Skip her for now. Comes down here. There's our Imp in a box. So we draw both of these every turn, which is going to be a big deal here. And every spell we play gives +1 to Seraph. Every unit we play gives +3. So the more stuff we do on this floor, and this is the floor we want to do the stuff, because that's where our stuff happens as well. We're going to catch 22 of sorts. And we actually want a unit that's not Seraph hitting with the melee weakness, otherwise Seraph hits with melee weakness, and that's a lot of damage. Too much damage. Let's discard this, actually, for now. Seraph just keeps getting stronger, though. Spooky. Let's not use the consume one yet. Okay, Energy Imp and Rage Imp. Can avoid taking the melee weakness hit. I don't remember if that's how that works. With Trample, I guess it doesn't matter. This is fine. Summon abilities happen twice. Still fine. Oh, we should scatter them on the other floors. Also, I didn't realize this guy was here. So that Seraph can target them. Cool. There's Ice Storm. Perfect. So we can hit Seraph with a full power Ice Storm here, which I think is very important. Although I might want to use it down here. Takes a full 1,000 health off Seraph, which seems like it might matter a lot. But you need to die. Dang it. Alright, we'll preserve that spell weakness. That's a lot better. Okay, you die. There's no reason to. Maybe we should kill this. That bought us some valuable time. I almost want to put a Glacial Seal here in front of Soul Guard to avoid getting Soul Guard killed prematurely by Seraph. I'm going to do that. Oh, he's torched Soul Guard. Case in point. Good enough. That means Seraph will come down to the bottom next turn, which is not ideal, but what can you do? Alright, that's enough Frostbite that I'm not too worried about this one. Might need to cast another spell at it. Yeah, it's not quite ready to die. We could also just take a bit of fire damage. Again, this is a pretty tough fight. That overkill, though, spooky. Spooky, spooky. And one of the units did not get dazed. Okay. 15 by 2. Alright, well, let's apply some Frostbite. Oh, and it's very tempting to do Urchin Spine's Vent here. I could even do Vent, Offering Token, Urchin Spines after the fact. That would result in a lot of overkill damage happening. Guess I'm okay with that. Yeah, I suppose I'm okay with that. You need to die up top here. Could use the Foregone Power for that, I guess. put Volcalia in play. No waste spell weakness on Seraph, but felt like it was necessary. Can't quite keep the Glacial Seal alive, but we do good enough number on Seraph here. Seraph now has over 100 Frostbite. That should help a lot. Looks like he might come back down to the bottom floor one last time. Potentially a problem. So do we pull the Glacial Seal in front now? That's my question. I'm not sure about that. We want this thing to tank Seraph after the Frostbite's been applied. I think we'll be okay. Discard that. Can't be allowed to live. I storm up top seems like a good idea. Oh, we mostly just need to stop this guy. So I storm on the bottom then. Perfect. Gotta hold the line, Solgard. Help! Every spell I play is only going to make Seraph angrier. This guy's also not nearly dead enough. Guess we could Ice Tornado him. We don't alloy the Ancients then. Yeah, let's just cast this here. Soul Wave is gone. Torch you. You're going to apply 82 Frostbite every time you take damage, so let's just torch you 3 times. A lot of Frostbite, sir. X, we made it through the Seraph fight. Well done. Exceptionally well done. Just had to stack almost 1,000, no problem. I think we have much better odds in the last Divinity here. This boss will mess with us a fair bit less than Seraph did. Although there's definitely still some problems presented. First question is, which floor to set up on? Top, middle, or bottom? Every floor of the last Divinity has a different property. Middle floor at multi-attacks. Bottom floor has overkill damage. Top floor sweeps. Fayley, thank you so much for 49 months. Seraph sounds suspect. Certainly susceptible to scions of some subterranean summons. Somehow, sapping strength seems slightly subpar. Surely, you should spare some spells. Indeed. So this problem, this boss has a special property that is very bad for our deck in particular. Purify. All damaging debuffs are removed from the divinity at the end of the turn, so we cannot stack Frostbite. We have to just use it on a turn-by-turn basis. That's not very good, unfortunately. I'm almost wondering if we want Titan in front, Soulguard behind. Miss out on Cold Kalia again initially. That sounds correct. Just what we did last time, except we have to do that on the bottom, don't we? Okay, we'll do it on the bottom. The multi-attack of second floor is kind of important, but the lower capacity is a problem. Top floor seems okay. Actually, yeah, you're right. It's not bad. In fact, I like it because it means that Soulguard will get hit once per turn, even without being in the front. Huh. The big problem with top floor, though, is that we can't kill the enemies before they get to the pyre and kill us. We need multiple turns of the damage from Frostbite. Top Suite kills totems? No, it doesn't. The totems are way too tanky. Totems get hundreds of armor. They don't care about 12 per turn. But we can't make this work. We won't be able to do enough Frostbite to kill the enemies, I don't think. That's my fear, anyhow. So I'm going to try bottom floor, and we're going to see if this works. And maybe it doesn't. Good. It's a very good start. That's pretty good. Seems unnecessary, though. Okay, we get a modest amount of Frostbite on these enemies. Not very much. Should do bottom floor with a dazed was questionable. Okay, these three can reach the pyre. That's fine. Cold Kalia doesn't live long if we play her. Might want to consider a discard there. Let's discard her for now. Welder Helper. I can discard one of these imps now. Not a great turn. Adequate, certainly, but not great by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, you're actually already dying to what? Thorns, perfect. Okay, this wave will get destroyed. So I can play this up top here. Stop one of these guys from getting to the pyre. This wave's usually pretty nasty, but I think a lot of Frostbite might make a big difference here. It's fine. We're worried about the first mini-boss arriving soon. Urchin Spines would have been nice for that fight, for that enemy. Want Soulguard in front? I think we're going to need Soulguard in front. You dying too, Spikes? You're fine. For the mini-boss, that is. Soul Guard in front. Minus 51. I need more health on Soul Guard, though. Or not. Yeah, there's our first mini-boss. And our first serious problem. These are all dead. You're dead. Okay, that's good. So I can focus all my efforts on this floor. Let's discard this. Actually lowers the damage? Yeah, because the spikes were helpful. Curious. Alright, Torch Soul Guard 2 times. That gets 140 Frostbite on the mini-boss. That's almost enough. You can see that if we applied this on the top floor, we'd be extremely dead. And if we applied it on the bottom floor, we're maybe living. Definitely like the maybe living part here. Alright, Imp in a box. What do you have today? Another super armor imp, although no room for it. No room for it yet. Do have ashes, so that's armor 40. I'm going to hold on to you. And then maybe I'll just play Cold Kalia and the Fledgling Imp. Okay, that looks pretty good. Can't believe how this is the most use I've ever gotten out of Torch in a Hellhorned run without any upgrades on it. Apply 74 Frostbite to the entire floor for one Torch. Good deal. Good deal. Let's see. Resolve and Extinguish. Okay. Okay, that'll add a little bit more damage to this enemy. Don't bother with the rest. Gotta say, this looks pretty promising, all things considered. I think we have what it takes here. Go ahead and use Urchin Spine's Ice Storm up top. It's okay if this boss actually does get to the pyre, but I'd prefer they don't. And this already seems to be, well, maybe not solved. Why are we taking so much damage? Because this is attacking for 20 by 2? No, it's dazed. Because the Divinity is attacking 2 times? It still doesn't explain it all. It's a lot of damage. Spikes, also. A little bit. Bunch of damage to the boss helps too. Discard that nonsense. definitely a nasty turn. We do lots of Frostbite, though. And 18 wants a dad joke for the crowd. Trying to come up with a good pun based on the deck we have, but they all Frostbite. Sure, I can come up with a pretty cool joke. I see what you did there, says Switch Chat. Look, this is no joking matter, okay? We've got to win this run. So Soulguard now adds 100 Frostbite every time they take damage to the entire floor. So second mini-boss leaves with 400 Frostbite stacked. Look at Soulguard go. This is why we had Soulguard behind the Titan Sentry. If Soulguard died too early before accumulating enough of a shard count, well, that's no win at all. But now we can apply Armor 40 to Soulguard. Excellent. Excellent. Here we go. This is how it's supposed to go. Who needs Vent when you have Torch? Torch is much better than Vent, obviously. Duh. $728 damage to the whole floor. Absurd. And here's the final wave. This is it. Have at them. Ultimately, all this Frostbite is being powered by the double holdover Spell-Chained Offering tokens, giving us 4 incants per turn. Matters quite a lot. Oops, probably don't want you to be in front, huh? And then in the Relentless version, once the Divinity enters Relentless, rather, they lose the benefit of the Purify. Because there's no longer a turn ending. They no longer get to purge the debuffs during the Relentless phase. And so this boss dies very easy to Frostbite at this stage, but only at this stage. GG. What a cool way to win this game. Stack that Frostbite. So you can see we really didn't need the multi-hit from the Divinity, although we might have been able to get an earlier kill if we'd gone middle floor. That said, we used every point of capacity we had, so I did think going on the bottom mattered quite a lot. GG. What a cool run.